Okay, we're talking viral on this one. Which one of our students is going to go viral on Instagram? Which student would go viral on Twitter? And which student do you think would go viral on YouTube? Tell me down in the comments below. This is Season 1, Episode 23, starting in 3, 2, 1, play! Blood. Don't forget to donate blood. I just wonder if the person is still inside there somewhere as well, just being like, please don't, please don't, please don't. What? Acid. It's almost just like a gopher hole. Uh-huh. It's your turn. Never mind, different enemy. Whack them all. Mm-mm. So you gotta take care of the one inside? Get him! Blech. This seems too easy right now. I don't feel like this is what we were led up to believe in the first episode, at least for this guy. So, what are we dealing with? Yeah! Oh. Ew. Oh, this is full on Zelda flashbacks. Spider? Yeah. That's exciting! It's horrifying, but also exciting! We have that same, like, the creature that we had earlier on that was, like, super overpowered for Fushiguro and killed one of his first puppies. At least we'll get some vengeance for that. I don't think that they're going to defeat Fushiguro by any means, but I don't think this is going to go well. We are getting towards the end of the season, so that means there's got to be a drama. And what perfect way to bring some drama out besides that. Also, do you see how many of Sukuna's fingers were on that creature? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I'm invested. I'm ready. I like the opening theme song, but at the same time, skip it. It's time. I want more. It looked like they had 10 fingers already, but there's only, how many, 20 in total? And how many have we eaten with Yuji? I don't know if I've kept the best of counts. And that's a buffet right there for him. All you gotta do is buy some chicken fingy nuggets. Not even chicken. Sukuna fingy nuggets. Do 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 do. And go. Episode 23, The Origin of Blind Obedience 2. Oh, it's the same ones. Never mind. I thought all of those were fingers of Sukuna. I feel so lame now. Boo. But still, we do know there's one at least. Because he had one. Hmm. part's fair. I don't know if I totally agree with the other half. Shadows? Good God, he's scary! It's interesting that it's not a full domain. And that's way more than 10. Boy said level up, and I said, yo. Ripping out the finger? I remember there was a finger inside of it. Right? Like, half of me thinks that he might eat the finger, but that I don't know if we're going down that route or not, but, he got a little scary there for a minute. Mm. What butt? Oh, this is his sister. Okay. You're not my mom, but you're my sister. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. No, she did it on purpose. Hmm. Shigeru fell asleep. Where's Yuji? Not from here. no! Wow, I have been asking for some good lore and some backstory for each of these characters for a hot minute, and we finally got some really, really good stuff for Fushiguro. But before we get into that, I do want to talk about Nobara. What? Like, we have this amazing epic fight starting and, like, even beginning to progress. We got a whole bunch of whack-a-mole going on. We got Double Mouth over here getting pummeled over by our main character, Yuji. And then Nobara just exits the fight. Not exits the fight, but gets snatched out of the fight. And I'm just gonna say it. I kind of hate that they keep saying, like, every time something like that goes down, it's like, you gotta go save her. You gotta go do this. She's also a sorcerer. So, like, she's going to take care of herself at least a little bit. And we did get to see her take care of herself at least a little bit towards the end. So I would like to see more of our female characters step up to the plate in these kind of animes, because fighting is not just a boys' game. It is very obvious that every gender can fight and do really well. So I want to see Nobara, like, do something epic, or some more of our female characters just, like, lay down the law. And especially somebody like Nobara, which is on the exact same, like, not skill level, I should say, but exact same class level, at least, of our characters here. But that being said, we haven't got to see her domain expansion or anything yet, but we finally got to see a domain expansion from Fushiguro. I don't know that I totally believe in everything that Gojo was telling him. One thing that I personally have loved about Fushiguro is that he is tactical. I don't want to just say smart, because just saying smart doesn't sum up what he does. He's been very tactical on a lot of his things. Even the bunt during the baseball game did help advance his additional players on the field. So, like, I think he has been thinking a whole lot. And I get Gojo's encouragement speech was all about, the end game is not to give up your life in order to win. The end game is to win. It is about risking your life to get there, but you cannot be, like, so readily willing to just give it up. It's a weird, different kind of, like, balancing act, because I actually had to rewatch his speech, because the first time I watched it, I was just kind of like, I don't know if I totally agree with that. It's more so about risking your life, not willing to give it up, if that makes any sense. And I hear him, and having gone back over that and listened to that speech for a second time, I know what he's saying, and it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing to be like, okay, yes, this happens, therefore I win. It is therefore, like, it might happen, so I am going for my all. It is so fine of a differentiation between the two that it does take, like, a little flick to the forehead to figure it out. I would have had to have been just like Fushiguro and heard it over and over and over again before I could process that. But I hear him. But I don't think that means you can't be a team player. I think that going full risk mode is often going to get other people around you hurt. And I only have this theory because of what we saw Fushiguro turn into. We didn't have any of his allies around. We didn't have any teammates around to feel the brunt of his domain. But what if Nobara had been present? What if Yuji had been present? What would happen with all of the things around? I didn't quite catch the name of his domain, but it's basically quicksand of shadow creatures. And seeing that go down, that seems very like an AoE attack. I assume that he gets to control every single shadow within there, but if he can't, and it's just basically on the rampage like a quicksand would be, then what happens to your allies when that goes down? That might be something that we see in the future. The Fushiguro family is kind of fudged up, if I may say so. I really hate these parents. That's just, like, the ultimate disgusting thing, that they would want to sell their children to the Zenin family. And I don't even know if it was selling their children or just selling Fushiguro, the one that is on our class. Sumiki, she seems like the angel of this family. why was she left behind? That's kind of one thing that bothers me so very much throughout all of this. She was her mother's daughter, nothing to do with the Zenin clan as far as I know, so first of all, why leave her behind? Not saying that they should have sold or left him behind either, but like, why was she left behind? And second of all, it's kind of disgusting that that's how that went down. I get that Jujutsu High has stopped the sale and has basically, in a way, blackmailed him into helping become a sorcerer, and that would make anybody bitter. I would be furious as well. It's not something that it wasn't just stopped out of the goodness of your heart. It was something that was like, now you also get to be our slave. And it sounds so gross in a way. So seeing Fushiguro be the kind of calm and just bitter person that he is, I see why. I like Fushiguro. I just think his morality and life experiences has really warped his perception on morality. And he knows what is right and wrong, but until he has somebody like Sumiki there to actually be the example for him, I think that's something that it would really ground him and make him the character that he wants to be. I think there's a part of him that wants to believe in the good of people, but he doesn't see it happening, and therefore he is kind of jaded to the entire process. Meaning, we get also, when he fully releases this full-on villain exterior of just like, let's go, full-on just kind of crazed emotion and just willingness to fight, and it's quite genuinely scary. He has full-on villain aura, villain energy, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. He was powerful enough to take down one of Sukuna's fingers, 1 out of 20. Admittedly, it is just 1/20th, but it's 1/20th. He did so well compared to the beginning of the series. Did it take a toll on his body? Absolutely it did, but he is just a beginning sorcerer. All these other people that have ever collected all these Sukuna fingers have actually been there for a while or are Sukuna themselves. So, it's pretty impressive. If you were watching along, yes, I was very wrong. And I'm not going to say I'm always right when watching all of these watch-alongs, but yes, it was just 1 finger. I was assuming that this big baddie had 10 of Sukuna's fingers and was just absolutely floored at the beginning of this episode. I forgot that he has red fingers in the beginning episodes too. But at least it was 1 of Sukuna's fingers. I'll admit to that. And I'll also admit that a small part of me thought that Fushiguro, after collecting the finger, might eat it as a midnight snack and become Sukuna's second vessel, but it's only because we're at the end of the season, and we only have 1 episode to go. So we'll see what happens next time. In the meantime, everybody, thank you so very much for watching with me today. I'll see you then. Bye for now. Mwah!